Hey everyone, it's Kai, and I'm with Kelvin, and we got a new mic, so we really want to test it out. And some people have been saying, you know, make a match video. And funnily enough, Ryan Kai sent me one of his ones, where he's playing against Nick Yi, and yeah, should be good. On the left, we have Nick playing Chaos Messiah, which is quite interesting.
Chaos Messiah.
And then Ryan himself is playing Dark Irregulars. This is V standard. Because, you know, new regulations, this is a new standard. That's Steel Vampire. I think it's a Korean Steel Vampire. It's got a different art. I'm not 100% sure, but that's the quick shield, so don't get too confused. Chaos playing Dark Irregular stuff. Yeah, so it's actually quite interesting, both these builds, right? Because Chaos, we've got traditional Chaos.
Yep.
But then you also have people trying to experiment new ways to make Chaos work better, especially in bad matchups, right? And then I think Ryan went the consistency route with his DI. It's just DI with very little gimmicks. It's like one Gastille, and that's it.
With DI, you don't really have the slot to put in all the super gimmicky stuff. But since we got the clan selection cards, especially the grade 2, now you've got that extra buffer of, you know, rideable grade 2 or game plans. You don't always have to clone your killer tail from the back row. Okay.
Yeah, so with Nick, you rode Lag Ranger.
Oh, very interesting card.
Yeah, it's a PR that we still haven't got in English, unfortunately.
Sad.
It just makes Messiah work better.
Yep.
Right? It's like come into play, you can call a card, lock from hand, and draw a card. Pretty awesome, especially when you're playing with like Volcos and stuff. It has a second effect as well as like Counterblast 1, unlock a card, unlock one of your lock cards, and if you can soul charge one. So it's very, very good for Messiah. But you're also running this in this Chaos Messiah build, where he can lock some cards early to draw cards and go through his deck.
Yep.
It's pretty cool. I like it. I like it.
And just then we saw Ryan Kai did something that is, you know, this is quite new for DI. Back then, if you ride one of your killer traits, it felt really bad. But now, you ride one, that's fine, you lose one, you ride your new grade 2 Abductor, you still charge the other two and call the other one, and you're back on track.
That's pretty good. Like, before, your correct setup was on like a yellow bolt on Vanguard and the killer tail on the back, right? And then someone sees it, they're like, I'm not going to give you any damage.
Yeah,
right?
And then you just miss out like 2-3 turns worth of progress.
Yeah, now you like ride a killer tail, they're like, oh, this guy's screwed. And then you ride Abductor and then everything is back to normal. Ryan committing 2 lanes here at grade 2. Going a bit more aggressive. His Demonted hits 2 triggers, which is alright, but it gets a draw anyway.
Which is good. But I think most importantly, when you go first as DI, you have the ability to go a bit aggressive, because again, you are playing Protect against Force deck. You can hit them before they get that 10k grade 2.
Wow, it gets a crit there, which is amazing. Nick gets 2 draws,
2 draws,
which is just as amazing.
And this lane is still hitting over.
Yeah, this grade 3 Searcher Succubus, I think, hit a number of Terra, which is great. You know, you always want to as many number of Terras in your grade 3, especially you're going first. You have your power advantage there. If you are able to even get a double number of Terra, you basically won the game, right? You've drawn so many cards. Life is good.
And especially in this matchup against Chaos, well, there is only so many ways. I mean, there's only one way to clear your rear guards, and that's with number of terror. So yeah, I can see him, you know, trying to dig as many copies of number of terror as he can.
Like
the field.
The thing is, right? We've said before, if a DI goes double number of terror, no matter what matchup, they've probably won the game. Even in this one, I think it's correct. You draw so many cards, Chaos won't break through. Messiah won't break through. It just goes down. But the thing is, the biggest problem with number of terror maybe is that you draw too many cards and you might deck out.
That happens.
But like, the interesting thing about Ryan's deck is he's on full consistency. He doesn't have any drag, which is kind of weird. It's like the variants, right?
The variants, yeah.
That lets you fish specific cards you want from your soul. He doesn't run that. He just runs basically nearly 4 of everything, and I think just 1 Gastille. So, what do you think of that? I think the drag form's still pretty good.
The drag form's really good, but I think what he's really trying here is that Abductor. The biggest problem of that card is you need 3 copies of the card in the deck as a target to even break even, because you have to discard 1, soul charge 2 and call 1. So you just want a target in deck at all times.
Okay, all right. So you just kind of want to maximize all the.
That's right.
All the
Things
lower,
like
to a lower ones, right? Yeah. Okay, all right. I guess that allows him to maybe go a bit more aggressive. You know how many cards are in the deck. Well, you kind of have to then, I guess, right?
To, yes.
You have to. You can't slow around and try and go for a big finisher with him.
So Nikki actually did pretty interesting stuff there. You know, he called Volko.
Yeah.
In a chaos deck.
I think Ryan just won to pass the gravity collapse.
Yeah, that's what I saw as well. I thought he was gonna throw a heal or 30k shot, but nope, it's just 15k. Maybe have one, but if he thinks it's worth it, you know.
I mean, even if he hit, it's not 100% he'll get his Chaos Breaker right. So
in a way, you need double. Oh, I think he just saw that one copy Gasteel went to damage. Like, all right, I guess I'm not seeing you this game because you're not running Drag Form.
I mean, the Gasteel's just nice to have. Like Gasteel when your opponent's at 5, you got 20 soul.
Yep.
Easy game, right? But yeah, I don't know. Those kind of. I guess sometimes you have to take risks, right? If you don't have a 20k, would you still throw 15k? If that will win you the game, I guess you would. Would you? Would you do it? You're a DI player.
I think I will do it. Yeah.
Could he have thrown anything lower? Could have thrown like a 10k, right?
Yeah, but you know your units are valuable in DI.
Yeah, it's true. You actually just might not have any, right? He soul charged a lot already, so yeah, there's that to consider.
Right.
So
it's gonna be a very hard hitting turn for DI.
Yeah, no number of terror though, but he's got 13 soul, I think, right? So he's all cocked and ready.
Yep.
You know, double restand. Your opponent's at 10k.
5 massive attacks, draw 4. Life's good.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. He's gonna be able to suck 2 cards into soul, so his killer tail will remain. His number of terror will remain. I don't know. Is that bad? I mean, you still have 1 column, which is fine. You have 1 spot for Zirconium to put cards to, which is okay.
Well, it's sort of because the power gets so high. Even with just 1 column, that's still 3 super big attacks. So we'll see, based on the triggers this turn. You know, it might be critical. That's gonna be a bit rough.
Yeah, critical draw.
No.
Wow. Okay. What how many draws he's running? Is he running like 2 or 4? I think it's popular to run. I think it's 2 draws and like 10 crits.
Another draw trigger from Nick's side.
Wow.
That's 3 draw triggers in damage.
Nice draw triggers.
Keeping him in the game.
Yeah, it's like 3 draw triggers in damage. Your hand is excellent as well. But you're fighting against a pretty hard beating turn. Like,
yeah.
Not much to say, right?
And then now you're forced to like guard everything with raw hand.
Yeah, and I mean, well, he's already gotten some cards already set up for the next one. He's got a Volko, so that column's pretty much set. Like, is he gonna ride Chaos or is he gonna ride Messiah next turn? I think you have to ride the Chaos next turn.
You have to go Chaos. You can't afford to take 5 attacks next turn.
Yeah. He's like, Ryan's still at 3, you're at 5. You really need to stem the bleeding, but he doesn't really... The problem is, right, even if he locks one side, there is kind of no way he can lock the other side, because there's technically 3 spots that needs to be locked. And he definitely doesn't have 3 Zirconiums in his hand. So it's still 3 attacks. It's still 3 attacks.
Can't triangle lock.
Yeah. And the Scharhrot's not small, right?
Yeah.
Just that the soul is just it's pretty punishing. He doesn't have any of those Craving Claws set up, so it's not like he can really start getting advantage as well, like cycling, snowballing through like that. It's kind of strange, right? Because you're basically running 2 engines, and they kind of don't really work with each other.
No, I think it's just like one turn you do one, and next turn you do the other.
Like with things like the Gastoral, it's like the grade 2, right? It draws you cards, which is great, but apart from that, there's not much value on the other side.
I think it's still okay. I mean, the Starfader cards in general don't give you Heart Plus, whereas the Messiah ones do. And Volko...
Well, Immediate Plus, right?
Yes,
Immediate Plus.
Yes. And Volko by itself hits 30.
Yeah, 30.
And gives another card 10k. Don't
I guess it's kind of solves some power problems for a Link Joker until they start getting their force markers right. So I guess that's okay. The other things like Messiah though, they want to go Force 2. Kelsprek, you kind of want to go Force 1.
Yeah.
So here we see Nick donating a Force marker to Ryan.
Of course, put it in the empty slot.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious where you put it.
Yeah, the double tap.
Yeah, lock that. Is there any way for him to take it away this turn? I don't know. You wanted to develop a Zirconium here to get the crit, but he puts down another Gastor. He doesn't really have another Zirconium, which unfortunately it's not great.
That it? Okay.
It's a tanky. Oh, that's not very good. It's very weak columns. It feels like this is like 31.
Quite weak.
You can just no guard, to be honest. Yeah.
Doesn't have crit, yeah.
Yeah.
You see the Messiah and
heal.
the heal trigger.
Yeah, that heal's pretty good. No, might save him next turn. Only 3 attacks on Ryan's side, so
so that one heal is very important. Means he can take the first one.
Yeah. Puts it on the Gastoral. The Gastoral is now 20. Will become 30 with the Volco. The Volco swings in. No trigger, so he has to. It's a 20k guard. That's not bad. Guards it. Okay.
The last one.
Does that mean he's just gonna?
That's the
guard
same one, isn't it?
Yeah, this is gonna be 20k guard, right?
Oh.
So the 30k with the Volco swing and the trigger, it's like 30. So
and
guards both. Yeah, makes sense. Is it enough? Not enough.
No, that's a 15.
15,
and a 5.
yeah. Ooh.
Okay,
there we go.
That's 20.
Yeah, 20k. So, okay, stays at 4. Is there any reason why you want to stay at 4? You can go to 5 and negate the next heal. Unless you feel like you want to heal down to 3 and basically secure the game. But like, here's the thing: you're gonna attack with your whatever you put down in the force marker first, right? So, technically, Nick should take it, go to 5, and then there's no way that Ryan heals down to 4. Yeah. So. We'll see. Number Terror, the biggest card I think you can get from a Dark Irregular side, unless you play Rudius. It's a 22-32 with a Force, then plus however amount of Soul DI has. So, good thing here is like Number of Terror can suck in 2 other cards. Yeah, draw a bunch of cards. The problem is that he leaves like 2 cards in the front row on the DI side. Ooh, he plays that down? Okay.
It's very interesting.
Yeah. Like, what? That means he wants to keep the Killer Tail, right? He's planning on keeping the Killer Tail.
It's either that or he... Maybe something to do with the Soul Con. I haven't been keeping it precise, but maybe that just lets him hit over the, additional 5k. Okay.
Ryan's deck going low. Because what you can start doing though is like the problem with new V Chaos is that you can lock 1 is pretty much given, but locking past 1 is not that easy. So if he pops one side, there is actually hardly any way he's ever going to be able to lock that again. But the thing is, like, he can do something like lock something and then Craving Claw to the front kind of thing, but okay, he takes it as expected.
Didn't get a trigger, so
I think it's like 18 soul.
Yeah.
So big numbers.
So that's hitting for 36.
Nice. Pretty good. 36. And how big is the other side for him? He's gonna be like 32 plus 8, 40, and then plus 18, 58. That's a number, dude.
Yep.
That's a number.
So guards for 33, 58, 48.
Yeah, so 2 to pass. Another number of terror comes out, and a Scharhrot.
2 grade 3s, but he's got protects.
Does he have null? He should have null. Yeah, he's gonna null for this.
He's gonna draw. Yeah, he has to draw 2. I mean, there's no way.
Can he? His hand is pretty good.
He's thinking about it.
But at the same time, does he want to clear the board? Clear the board.
He's like, technically you're at risk of being, wrecked by a Zirconium.
It has to be multiple Zirconiums. I think we've seen 2 Zirconiums in the damage zone already. So.
And Nick doesn't have a massive hand, so.
Yeah.
Okay, nulls.
So he pops. He's pretty sure he's gonna pop it. Yeah.
Yep.
Pops it.
It's the
Ryan didn't suck at anything else just then. So 2 Zirconiums will work to lock the front row.
And the protect.
Oh, he lost the protect as well. Ouch.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So he gets 2 force.
Alright, so the question now is this the push turn that Nick has been waiting?
Like, he triggered a Messiah the last turn, right?
Yes.
So he's got it in his hand.
He has the option.
Yeah, but is that enough to punch through Ryan's hand? Ryan's hand is pretty massive.
Yeah, but he also just triggered 2 Great 3s.
Yeah, so it's a massive hand. It's a massive hand minus 2. Right. The Volko is swinging in for 40 now.
Yeah.
He actually has 1. He's on 4 damage, so he can eat 1 as well.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, he's putting 2 force markers. I think this is the multi-attack route.
Problem is, like, he doesn't have like another Volko or anything, because you only run Volkos that lock itself, right? You don't have like Lady Battler anymore.
Yeah.
So I guess like Gestalt can call over itself, I guess. What? But like the Chaos Breaker sitting in the back row
Doesn't really do much.
yeah,
Does it?
no lock stuff. So feels bad. Feels bad, man.
Still 13k.
Yeah, I mean Beyond's 23. Ooh.
Can make it hit 33 with Volko, right? Force
Yeah.
marker.
Look, Gestalt can call something behind the Volko and then unlock it with the Messiah to make
but
a
it doesn't
big
give
fat
you
Volko chain.
it doesn't give you an extra attack, so it doesn't feel too worth it. I think
Yeah.
Volko by itself is already big enough.
The thing is, like, he's going Force 1 as well,
Yeah.
so there is, like, unlethal attacks coming.
Yeah.
Maybe, like, would a Force 2 have been better?
Not with that kind of hand, I think.
Yeah.
3 Force 2s, I guess.
He gets 3 Force, he'll get 3 Force 2. Just, like, one side is gonna hit not great. But he does have that grade 3 Searcher in hand, but I don't think he can... I think he can really pop, like... Well, he can, I guess, because he Volko locks, right?
Yeah, will 4 or 4 Force 2 work?
No,
better?
it's 3 Force 2.
3 Force 2s.
Yeah, so you can hit lethal every single attack.
Oh no, but you're gonna do 4 attacks with it.
Or 4 attacks, yeah, 4
Yes.
attacks with lethal. And then, well, Ryan still has 1 CB face up, so he's kind of not gonna get denied. He can at least still multi-attack. I guess, like, yeah, would sitting on Chaos have been better last turn though? Like, well, this turn be better because
Potentially.
you can lock his number of terror. He still has 3 attacks going, but then
If you trigger a heal like last turn, then I think it's probably doable, and then you deck the DI.
yeah, you can deck it out. Like one problem here though, right, is I think with Nick's build, I'm not sure if he runs Battle Owls. I haven't seen any.
Yeah, Barrel Owls.
And that basically enables you to extend the lock of Chaos.
Yeah.
But because he's running a Messiah engine as well, I don't think he has the space for it. So I guess that's a
trade-off.
Yeah, the trade-off. You can't fit everything in your deck.
I mean, you're already playing 3 Great 1s. That's the Great 3 Searcher, the PR, and then the Star Fader card.
What? So he's calling something lockdown? Alright. I think he played the PR down to call the lock card down over it. So...
It's okay. Gives it power when it gets unlocked, right? Remember, Messiah gives card power.
Yes, true. That's right. So we're gonna have some pretty massive swings coming in.
So in hindsight, maybe Force 2 is better because you already have the power department covered. Slightly.
Yeah, maybe. This one's swinging in for like 40, 58? No, 53, I guess. Gets a trigger.
Gets a trigger and power. That's really
that's
bad.
Big.
That's really
big.
bad. That's like 10k times like what 4 more attacks coming up. Right? So that one damage trigger check is 40k shield worth.
Yep. So this Gastrol should be swinging here, right? I think. Oh, he doesn't really have anything on his hand to lock with. I think so. The Messiah should go here. Unlock the Volko. Unlock the booster. They both get 10k. And he's
gonna do it because it's 2 force markers. And when it gets unlocked, you get another 10k. So whatever you call it gets plus 30k minimum.
Yeah, it's true. So, guarding, nice. So yeah, I think you can call the gravity collapse over this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
there we go. Nice. Draw a card. And then here comes
the big boy swing.
Big boy swing, unlocking everything except the booster of Volko because it can't get locked. So yeah, that's a lot of massive attacks. But again, like I think Force 2 would have been better.
I think Force 2 might have been lethal.
I think Force 2 is the better play.
Because these numbers are quite respectable.
Yeah. And you got rid of the null from Ryan's hand.
Yeah.
I think he might be regretting, man. He might be regretting.
Oh, no trigger. That's a 50k.
Null. Okay.
Yep. Here's the final attack.
Another null.
Another null. Oh, so he's got 2 nulls.
Okay.
Alright.
But Ryan has like hardly any hand. Yeah. I think... I think if he
went Force 2,
2,
but that would have been like a kill.
Okay, so after doing some quick calculations, I think Ryan could have guarded that even if he went Force 2, right?
Yeah, I think Force 2 would have been the same result. He has enough 10k shields.
Yeah.
Actually, from the Grade 3 and the Grade 2s.
How good are 10k shields, man? In Overdress, we don't get 10k. 5k. 10k's are so valuable.
So, in hindsight, the Force 1, I think, will be fine if he didn't hit the first damage trigger. So,
would it? I think he still hasn't. I think he still might have enough, right? You think so?
I think he ended the turn with 2 Grade 3s. So if you change the null order slightly, I don't think that's.
I mean,
enough.
he like 2 to pass the
yeah. So if he went
Vanguard,
1-2, if he didn't trigger anything on damage, he will go 1-2 break.
Yeah, maybe something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, alright, that's pretty cool. Nice hindsight. But it was a great game, and yeah, thanks for showing it to us, Ryan. Check out the Malaysian community, and anything you want to say?
Yeah, hope send us more videos. Hope we can cover more of the Malaysian scene.
Yeah, alright, cool. Thanks for coming, guys. See you guys next video. Bye.
Ta.